Hello and welcome, Lynx here. We are, of course, playing Sakura Bunny Girls 2. And after a one-day holiday trip with Satomi, yeah, not wasting any time, head driver took us back to the city after having had a breakfast. Yeah, again, a one-day trip. Vacations don't last long enough in this life. She asked him to turn the radio on. The news reporting about the mysterious incident that happened in the dead of the night. Oh, what that might be about? An anonymous caller informed the emergency services of a shooting that was taking place in the jungle. Oh, interesting. The special assault team was sent fearing the worst, only to find out the gunman had been neutralized already. Who might have done that? It is unknown who could have achieved such an incredible feat, but no officers nor criminals were harmed. Oh! Wow! In the premises, the authorities discovered weapons as well as drugs and other illegal items. Nice. The outpost will be demolished and the outlaws taken to justice, facing up to 50 years of prison. It's not what Satomi's superiors had in mind, but she shut down their criminal operations once and for all. Their production lines are safe, which means they don't have the right to scold her for not obeying their unlawful orders verbatim.
Here we are again. It's as if we never left.
I mean, yeah. Almost literally. We arrived at the same hour we departed yesterday.
Yeah, sorry about that, Yori. My command is strict with the schedules. And after having finished my mission like that, I shouldn't try to test my luck for a while. Admittedly, that was a better resolution than scorching the outpost. If I had done that, today's news would be much ghastlier.
Explain it like that. This is literally what I was saying from the very beginning. If you put it on fire, that freaking structure of theirs, you would burn a half or more of the jungle. There was no point in doing that. That would be a stupid thing to do. Unless in the way that was also your company's idea to achieve, but they never told you about that. What if they wanted to scourge the half of the jungle and maybe claim this land? You know what? Considering how shitty all the companies are, the big ones, I would not be surprised if that's what they wanted to do. Anyway. Instead, everyone's baffled at how someone or something knocked out the entire outlaw campsite that was armed to the teeth. I mean, maybe it was an inside battle. Not to mention with no one getting seriously hurt in the process. What? What do you mean no one seriously getting hurt? She kicked the guy into the wall, literally. Surely he was hurt. Come on.
Wouldn't be amusing if someone made up a story that ultimately turned to an urban legend?
Ghosts? Let's go. Hundreds of thrill seekers and cryptic hunters would visit the place, so yes, it'd be amusing indeed. Yeah. Satomi and I shared one last chuckle before she approaches her car, setting eyes on me when she's ready to enter. Oh.
I might not have told you this yet, but thank you for coming, Yori. This is one of the best operations I've carried out in a long time. All I ask in return is to convince that stiff-necked friend of yours about my innocence. Our little adventure surely cleared my doubts you had about me.
Absolutely, yeah. This investigator won't be pestering you about this issue again. Probably. For he might visit you for a glass of wine or two.
In that case, you will be most welcome.
Satomi smirks playfully as I have no idea how I managed that. The only thing I'm doing right now is actually holding a keyboard in my hands from the bottom. Literally no keys I pressed. Nothing on the mouse I pressed because, well, again, both my hands are holding a keyboard. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, I have no clue how this happened. Satomi smirks playfully as she utters her response, getting in a vehicle and shutting the door after. And then it drives away, merging with the traffic until it's gone from the side. It wasn't easy, but Satomi is no longer a suspect. Removing that element from the equation should simplify it. Right now, the most feasible possibility is that there is a fourth bunny girl, nobody's ever heard of that, targeting Yuka for some reason. So in a way, we're back to square one when Riko and I exited the police station. What? Okay, did that happen in the first game? I don't remember that one. Were we ever in police station? Whatever. I'm starting to feel I'm taking part in one of those convoluted detective thrillers where the main suspect keeps switching constantly. Usually when the detective is facing a conundrum, he goes to a shady bar and drinks something hard-hitting with a pair of ice cubes. No ice cubes for me, please, thank you. However, since it's too early to start drinking and I'm unfamiliar with any dive bars bathed in cigar smoke, I think I'm going to head to May's coffee shop instead. I mean, it wouldn't be an episode without going there. I'll be replacing the liquor with hot coffee. Ugh. Tea. And the smoke, no, with preciously decorated foam. Oh, coffee that smokes. Okay, got it. Like, it's so hot. Got it. It won't add up to the drama, but this story was never meant to be dramatic anyway. Yeah. You never know. First thing for a hot brew with a cute cat decoration topping it, and a cute mate, I guess. I slide the door open, moving into a familiar cafe afterward. I'm a huge fan of sliding doors, to be honest. Why are there not a thing here? As it happened yesterday, the establishment is empty, May darting from one table to another as she sets them up for her customers. However, she stops in her tracks the instant she spots me standing near the entrance, lunging in my direction with a wide grin on her face.
Hello again, sir. I mean, Yori. Sorry, I still have to get used to it. My stomach tingles warmly whenever I pronounce your name out loud.
Wow.
Anyway, that aside, what brings you here today? Are you going to meet one of your friends? If so, I'll set up your favorite table in a flash.
Strangely enough, I don't plan meeting anyone today. You can seat me at regular table if you wish.
Not having a company, That's sad. And since you don't deserve to be sad, I'll fill in as your company today.
Preventing me from commenting on that, May takes my hand and shows me to our usual table, inviting me to sit down with a cute bow. How did I think about it? Now that I think about it, there is nothing behind that apron, isn't there? You know what I mean, right? There is definitely nothing behind that apron. Let's go! Anyway, preventing me from... no. Preventing me from commenting on that... I read this. I do so immediately, expecting her to settle in front of me. Oh, let's go, May! Wait, her outfit totally changed over here. Yo! Yo! What's this supposed to be? Damn it! But toppling my expectations, May decides to take a seat right next to me. Her body so close to me, to mine, that there isn't half an inch in between. Let's go!
Woo! Well then, Yori, we're alone one more time. Isn't it lovely? We truly are getting to know each other lately.
Kind of. Ironically, I don't know much about you except for the fact that you adore cats, pastries, and cat-themed pastries. And you are cute.
If you're curious about me, then why don't you just ask? I don't bite. Often.
May nuzzles her face against my shoulder. Her expression so endearing that I'm barely able to not flush. When nobody's around, she's unbelievably flirty. I mean, there are so many topics that I'm not sure which one to tackle first. Maybe, perhaps you could tell me about your duties as a maid. What? What? This job doesn't look simple in the slightest. It's not. Any job that requires you to work, well, let's say with people, but in this situation, you know, with customers, it's not easy. So this is a message to obviously not people who watch my videos, but to the world in general. Don't be a dick towards like retail workers, cafe workers, restaurant workers, and so on. I'm sure, you know, people who stick around on this channel are not like that, obviously, and, you know, they are basically not assholes towards people working in this type of industries. But those who don't stick around, again, don't be an ass towards people like that, working like that. Because let's face it, a very low percent of people actually ever wanted to work retail or cafe or restaurant for sure. I feel like maybe when it comes to restaurants, if anything, you would want to be the chef. But like that probably is the only position again in a restaurant where you would want to go to, like as a dream, I think. Anyway,
It sure isn't, Yori. I must ensure that everything's perfect at all the times. My customers expect a laid-back experience with cats in it, and I must deliver that or else I won't be seeing them anytime soon. There are so many cafes competing for customers in this city. One tiny mistake I will go out of business.
yeah, scary. Is the situation that fierce? As I see it, one of those measly mistakes that you're talking about wouldn't get you in trouble.
I'm convinced it would. In this street alone, there are 5 other establishments with maids working in them.
Gee.
And they all have their unique teams too. Thankfully, my coffee shop is the only place with cat maids that gives me some leeway.
Alright, I mean, honestly, the only 2 ways to be higher on the list would be fox maids and wolf maids. Anyway.
The day that changes, however, I have to step up my game, but don't worry, I'm prepared for that.
What do you mean? To prove her point, May purrs like a cat would, sliding her slender hand down my arm gently. I can picture droves of people coming on to receive this kind of treatment. For on the other hand, I wish nobody else would receive such a treatment.
Alright, now it's my turn to ask you something, Yori. And since you met that other friend of yours yesterday, I reckon I'll ask you about her.
The same questions, I presume.
Exactly! She's been coming for so long and I know so little about her. It's about time that changes.
I mean, there is not much I can tell you about her given the nature of her company. They are very secretive with their operations.
That surely means she's working for a large company. The larger they are, the more distrustful they become.
Sure.
Funnily, I imagine that be the case. Her serious face gives it away. Whenever she crosses the entrance door, she appears to be so very stressed out. I pity the poor girl. She's lucky she's got such a caring boyfriend looking after her.
What? Aiming to tease me, May whispers that sentence with a seductive tone, her fingers now gliding across my leg rather brazenly. I think I told you already, May. Suddenly they are only friends. We're not in any sort of intimate relationship.
That's such a pity. You two have chemistry, as if you were meant for each other. If I were Satomi, I would stop doubting and open about my feelings. If she doesn't make you yours, another woman will.
Oh. May narrows her eyes and purses her lips, moving her head closer to mine with a lecherous idea in mind. When she's about to kiss me and set my skin on fire, she winks at me provocatively in front of my face, springing up from the seat afterward. What a tease! Another masterful play from my host. I almost fell for it.
They're coming later than usual, but customers are starting to pour in, Yori. I must return to work and serve them. I'll bring you the usual, don't worry about it. As soon as I've had such a great time it will be on the house.
What? I appreciate it, May May. Also enjoyed myself.
Hey, I could tell.
I wonder how. Sticking her tongue out, May May bids me goodbye, telling one of her maids to serve me a cup of coffee and one of their cutest pastries available. Can I see the other maids too? I'm curious. Okay, who did she employ? As I wait for what's going to become my second breakfast, I can't help but follow May May with my gaze, her bubbly attitude standing out above everything else. Given her playful nature, it's hard to tell when she's playing around or meaning what she says. I guess that's what makes her so alluring, and also why I keep finding myself coming back to chat with her some more. She's great. I want to be able to tell what's a trick of hers and what are her true feelings. Yeah. A few visits like this and I might just unlock that ability. Maybe it will happen. You know what? We are 3 episodes into the game, and we still have not seen Yuka form. Anywho, stuck with a muffin that had cat ears and energized with one of the strongest brews I've tasted so far, I hit the colorful streets of my destination yet to be defined. Yeah, you know what also is awesome about Japan? I mean, in general, streets like that, right? Where you have some small shops with ramen or coffee shop and so on. The small ones are so nice. They look so nice. But also the vending machines. Gee, you have so many. It's so cool. I feel like vending machines over here are a thing of the past, sort of. I mean, you don't see them on the streets, that's for sure. There used to be sort of little place when I would, when I was young, let's say young, teenage years. And I would use the tram to get to the football grounds, to train and so on. But where I would get out from the tram, there would be like an area with food stalls, ice cream, and vending machines. Sadly, it's no longer around. I mean, that place still exists, but the food stalls are gone. The vending machines are gone. The ice cream place, I think, is also closed. I mean, it's definitely closed. I feel like the only thing that stayed over there was one, I guess you could call it, sort of fast food thing. Sad. And it's sad. Good places are getting closed, shitty places are getting opened. Welcome to my city, I guess. Anyway, my phone hasn't rung once, which means there is no work available for me. I mean, no complaints. Mr. Himura sure is taking his time. Good. I wonder if his delay has something to do with the discovery of the Bunny Girls. It's fine. Several days ago I was completely unaware of their existence, and now everything I do is somehow related to them. Heck yeah. Be grateful. And to think it all began with the case that almost got me killed. Let's not go that far. Upon remembering the past, I let out a chuckle, finding it funny that what should have turned into my sworn enemy is now one of my best friends. Are you sure it's just friends? Life sure is full of mysteries, isn't it? Wrapped up in my thoughts, I distanced myself from the bustling cafe street, setting foot on the main street. Since I'm still inactive, I might as well return to my apartment and tidy it up a bit. I've been so busy running around that I can't remember what it looked like. However, something tells me that the specks of dust are making it their new home. With this boring plan in mind, I direct my steps toward my residential building, wondering if I purchased any cleaning products when I moved in. However, this train of thoughts stops abruptly the moment Riko appears inside, bolting towards me until she's blocked my path.
There you are, Yuri. I was worried sick, you know.
Why would you be worried sick, Riko? Only a day passed and nothing has happened.
What? You left without adding word with Saddam yesterday. Do you think that could be cat because nothing happened, huh?
I went out with you because... What? Hold on for a second there. How do you know that? Are you spying on me?
Of course not. Well, not all the time. Not all of the time, at least. Only when I believe you could be in danger.
Disliking the idea of being watched from the shadows, I raised my eyebrows, mutely demanding Riko to explain herself this instant.
Look, since you said you'd be interrogating Satomi and whatnot, I thought it'd be wise to check up on you, in case she went rogue or something. Even if you like her, she's not to be trusted. So yeah, when you two drove out the city, imagine the worst. I swear I was convinced it was a trap and that you were going to disappear under the strange circumstances. It's a relief to see you back alive and kicking. Just what the heck did you do? If she harmed you or anything, she's going to be elbow deep in trouble.
Yeah, I value consideration, Riko. However, I'm capable of taking care of myself. You don't have to snoop around so that I won't get myself in danger. And since you ask, I accompanied her to prove her innocence. It turns out that neither her company nor her have anything to do with Yuka's hideout attack. Baffled to hear what I'm saying, Riko wraps her eyes with disbelief, convinced I'd be stating the opposite.
That can be! Like, the pieces fit perfectly! Her comedy is violent, she's violent, it doesn't make any sense!
Her only proof, they're violent. Jesus.
And you accompany her to do what exactly, huh?
Wouldn't you like to know? I helped her with some business. I went on a trip with her, let's go with that. I went on a trip with her. Suddenly wanted to visit the jungle and tagged along, nothing out of the ordinary.
A leisure trip? Huh, I'm not buying that, Yori. I bet she took care of something while you were distracted. She's the kind of girl who never rests.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But that aside, I can assure that she's no longer a suspect. We can carry on with our investigation and cross her out of the list.
Hey, I see. Well, you'll have to tell me more about the doubting than your conclusions because the fourth bunny girl is becoming a reality. And since we'll be chatting a lot, why don't we do so somewhere nice?
I've already been there. Riko smirks at me, her impish expression betraying her intentions. Okay, I've recently been to Maymay's coffee shop before. I wouldn't mind returning. We can start heading that already.
What? No. I was thinking of even nicer place, Yori. One I'm sure you've never been to before.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Basically, since you're going on trips with girls that cannot be trusted, I thought that you would do the same with me, your beloved friend who'd never, ever backstab you.
Why did you say that? Sounds suspicious. Also, I went on a trip with one girl, so... Come on.
And instead of going out for a single day, we'd be away the whole weekend.
I'm saluting right now to my apartment. Sorry. You will have to wait to be cleaned a little bit more. Enticing, awfully enticing. Where we'll be going? Somewhere far away from the jungle, please. I've had enough of that for a while.
Yeah, screw that. Mosquitoes and mud. Yuck. What I had in mind was spending the weekend at a beach resort that is a few hours away from the city.
More my way, yes. But also, please, let's not just be on the beach. We need to, walk around. Check out the places.
Unlike your other privileged friend, I don't have a private driver, so there is a train that will get us there in no time.
I like how that sounds, but only to make sure. We won't be going on any secret missions or taking care of so-called chores, right?
Nope, we're visiting the hotel to chillax. I'm convinced that the change of pace will help us with the investigation. When we're there, we'll see things so clearly that we'll make a breakthrough. I'm sure of it.
Thrilled, Riko grabs my arms, eagerly waiting for my response. The idea of neglecting our detective job to have fun isn't exactly appealing, for since we're running out of clues, Riko might have a point about needing a break to see things from a different angle. Okay, I'm in. I've been to a resort as a guest in ages.
Well, that's about to change. Help me pack my things and we'll be ready to go.
Wait, what? Why do you need help with that? Behaving like a kid who's going to have the time of their life in an amusement park, Riko hops with sheer excitement. ultimately seizing my hand and pulling me towards her apartment. So many trips in such a short lapse of time. This reminds me of my previous job. Let's just hope this will be an actual leisure trip. I'd prefer my holidays to not have any sort of criminals involved. Little did he know. Finally done with dragging Riko's oversized suitcase from the train station all the way to the hotel, we arrive at our bedroom, the windows facing the seemingly never-ending beach. This resort is as big as a growing city. For there is something Riko should have warned me about. What is? What? This is no regular beach resort, is it now, Riko?
What do you mean? It looks pretty regular to me.
When we were heading to our room, I noticed a large conspicuous sign that read, Casino. This is one of those fancy hotels that attempt to mimic those you can find in the US, right? Ugh. In Las Vegas, to be precise. Ew. Centered around gambling and spending money like there is no tomorrow. No, I couldn't care less. Okay, so... Alright, so in Poland we have like what is called Allegro, right? If you want to know what it is, this is basically something like Amazon, but better, because Amazon fucking sucks. I just got a notification about, hey, would you like buy some snacks, blah blah blah, because Poland will be playing games. I'm like, I don't care. Watching national team is a waste of time. If I wanted to watch bad football... okay, I mean, to be fair, anyone in Poland sucks when it comes to football, so, you know, wherever you watch it, you basically have that level of football, yeah. Sadly. But, well, let's blame the coaches for that, and so on, as they have zero ability to determine people who actually know how to play, and their scouting basically is, let's get the people who are the loudest and not actually the best on the field. But yeah, that app like couldn't send me a worse recommendation, like mentioning Polish football. No, just don't. Anyway.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Admit that I get kicked out of playing games of chance. However, this hotel is much more than just a casino, Yori. There's a beach, the beach bar, the beach restaurant. Do you catch my drift?
I think we'll be spending whole 2 days on a beach. I guess my skin color will darken thanks to that. Yes, I'm following. But sooner or later we'll enter the casino, won't we? Oh boy.
Of course! At night it's when things get really lit. Is there something wrong? You're pulling kind of a disgusted face.
I do, of course. I mean, it's casino, come on. Now that I think about it, I've never been to one. Yeah, unless we count gacha games as that. Which we should, by the way. We absolutely should. Gacha games is gambling. It's a fact. You know what? I might be playing some gacha games, but I actually hate that genre. I really do hate it. Anyway. That's because casinos and I don't get along, okay? When I used to be a bodyguard, some of my most problematic customers enjoyed gambling a little too much, which always led to a fight or two. I had to protect them needlessly many times when they were the ones at fault. My feelings toward this kind of club are bitter. Unaware of that piece of information, Riko lets out a nervous peal of laughter, internally asking herself whether it was a good idea to take me here.
Well, you're not a bodyguard anymore, and to make things better, you're with me, Yori. I don't have a gambling problem. I know when to stop. Trust me.
That's what they all say.
And you only stop when you're at the top, obviously. You can't end games on a loss.
That's what they want you to think. Yeah, I find this far from reassuring, Riko. I've heard that very sentence many times in the past. Perhaps it'd be wise to stick to the beach and the swimming pools even at night.
Nah, I'll show you what I mean once we get there. For now, I agree that we should make the most of the beach before dusk arrives. The ocean can become pretty dangerous at night. There are all sorts of nasty surprises waiting for you underwater.
What?
And those can range from stray algae to hungry sharks. I'm not taking my chances with either of those.
Grin at me, Riko fetches her bikini. Ooh, skittering to the bathroom in order to put it on.
Oh yeah. Put on your swimmer as well, Yori. You wouldn't want those nice clothes of yours to get all wet, right?
Right.
Not to mention that the female guests will love seeing your muscles.
I have only an interest in one of the guests right now. And it will stay like that until the end of the weekend, obviously. I mean, that would be a smooth text, right?
And who knows? Maybe some guys will love them as well.
Stop. Okay, I really wish you hadn't said that part, okay? I like her personality, but yeah. Despite being inside the bathroom, I can tell how Riko's splitting her side at my expense. The idea of being the center of attention not too agreeable for me. I'm aware that Riko is exaggerating because my muscles aren't all that extraordinary, for I can't help but fidget at the idea of everyone's eyes being focused on my barely covered body. I guess that acting discreetly has something to do with it. I'm used to wearing a sharp suit, not some bathing trunks that leave nothing for the imagination. Ah well, as the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do! Sure. And... okay, I struggle to keep a composed face as Riko and I set foot on the beach. Every single guest that we cross paths with doing the impossible to steal a second glance at us. Or at Riko at least. Okay. I thought CG would pop now. What she decided to wear for today's beach adventure is nearing the definition of obscene. Oh boy. And here I was afraid of becoming the center of attention. Oh boy.
What are you talking about? What do you mean obscene? You filthy liar!
This is a nice buff. This is a nice swimsuit. It's not obscene at all. Come on. She looks great. I like the little hairpiece as well. Like the little flowery thing. I like that. Anyway.
Would you look at that? You're causing quite an impression, Yori. Everyone's leaning at your midriff. Or are they ogling your pecs? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, right. As if they were gawking at me in the first place. You're the one who's under the spotlight. Did your bikini really have to be this skimpy, Riko? It's normal.
It's nice. What's the matter? Huh? Are you perhaps questioning my clothing choice?
Not at all. You can wear whatever you like. I won't ask him because I saw a man who tripped and face planted because he couldn't stop staring at you. I'm glad he face planted, hopefully on an asphalt. And if that wasn't enough, his partner started scolding him while looking at you with jealousy. Well, whatever. But let me guess, you're loving this, aren't you?
I sure am. Teasing isn't my nature, and as you can imagine, there's nothing to do about it.
Riko winks at me after playing that, grabbing my hand tightly as we head closer to the shore. The sun is scorching, though it becomes colder and more bearable once the wave begins to wash over our feet.
I've yearned to come here for so long. The beach, I mean. There are plenty of casinos in the city, so that far they ain't too special to me.
Wait, what? I start to think she might have a gambling addiction. Okay, why haven't you dropped over earlier, Riko? The beach is really close to the city, just a short train ride away. Yori, you could swing by every other day without a problem. Oh, the theory was probably not needed over here, right? You could swing by here every other day without problem. Anyway.
I'm not going to lie. I was tempted to, but without company. No, thank you. That'd be so lame. The beach is a place you've got to stop by with someone, or else you're going to be bored to death. Like, what can you do on your own?
You could build a sandcastle. You could turn around and leave. Yeah. Let's go with sandcastle. Whatever. Off the top of my head, you could build a sandcastle next to the ocean, or maybe dig a hole. Yes! Yes! Both sound fun to me. Digging a hole. Yes! Men understand. All the men understood that.
The male brain! Ha! So simple it can be entertained with something as mundane as digging a hole.
You wouldn't understand.
Sometimes I envy you, really. You'd have a blast with a single shovel toy, whereas I need a whole lot more to keep myself from watching the clock. Speaking of which, what do you say we take a dip? The water's temperature is just perfect for that.
I mean, feel free to go deeper, Riko. I'll remain here on the shoreline. Upon hearing my response, Riko smirked slightly at the Mones, ready and willing to use what I said against me.
Oh! Could it be that unwavering Yuri is afraid of water? Or are you perhaps afraid of the ocean? Don't be ashamed to admit it. As your friend, I'll do my best to assist you in overcoming your fears.
I'm not afraid of either the water or the ocean. I just don't feel like going for a swim in this moment. Perhaps later on, we'll see. No, don't tease me, Riko submerges half of her body in the tepid ocean waters. Her gaze locked on me as she swims by my side.
Excuse me for the pun, but there's something fishy going on here. Another man would have died headfirst to be the next to me, Yuri.
Oh, but I'm not like any other man, Riko. I am who I am, and that's all there is to it.
Oh, I know that right. That's why I like you so much.
Oh.
As well as rubbing you up the wrong way, that is.
What do you mean by that? Yeah! Then when I turn my head to set eyes on her, she uses her hand to splash water in my direction, the stream landing on my chest with deadly accuracy.
See? It's too much fun. I swear, I can help myself.
Alright, you got me good. Now please don't do it.
You want me to do it again? Sure thing.
Twisting my words, Riko splashes me one more time, the jet of water hitting its target right in the middle.
Come on, do something, Yuri. Don't stay still like a statue, or else it'll be way easier for me to soak you to your bones. Unless that's what you want, of course. You could secretly intervene into being beaten by a girl and I'd never know.
How is getting splashed on with water going into being beaten? What? And okay, you asked for it, girl. Succumbing to Riko's glaring taunt, I hurry toward her, only stopping as the water climbs to my waist. And then I replied to her splashes in kind, officially starting our naval war.
Oh, that's theory now. Don't listen, refusing to accept defeat. But just this once, I hope you're ready to be whooped by yours truly.
Not a chance, Riko! I'm so pumped up that not even your powers would save you now.
Oh, do you want to wager? I could transform and prove you wrong in an instant.
You're bluffing. You'd never get your bunny outfit all drenched in salty water. We banter rather comically as we attempt to douse our adversary in water. Our horseplay surely giving the hotel guests quite a show. As if we weren't enough of an attention already. However, the fun games come to an end. The instant Riko shrieks, triggering me to halt as the mood plummets. Are you okay, Riko? Have I gone overboard?
I'm fine, but my bikini top.
It's still in place. It's still in place. All right, we are safe.
My bikini top is
not gone, but
is sort of broken.
Let's say that. I take a deep breath as I proceed to stare at Riko's reddening face, some loud cackles escaping past my lips. This is definitely not how I expect this confrontation would end.
What are you looking at, Yuri? This is your fault! You unfastened my top with your reckless splashing!
What? That's not right. Firstly, I was aiming at your chest, and secondly, your bikini was so loosely fastened it was miracle it didn't fall off the moment you exited the room.
Well, my fingers will solve nothing now. Let's look for it before it's too late. I'm not going back to a room like this. So trust me, it's in your best interest to find it, or else I'll send you to fetch me a spare piece of clothing.
Alright, alright. I'm on it. It could be anywhere with how skimpy it was. It's not skimpy, as you can see. Unwittingly, I mess with Riko some more, now glaring at me while sporting the most embarrassed face I've witnessed her have yet. It's funny, but even someone as provocative as her has limits. Good. That's good. That's a good thing.
And look, Yuri, I can't find it anywhere around here.
I don't think... Wait! There it is! It's floating away!
What's holding you back? Go get it! It's so shameful!
Now that was slippery. The ocean currents are so strong! Let's go with slippery, I don't know. Oh, now that was slippery. It almost escaped my grasp. Unlike the previous time, I pulled Riko's chain on purpose, taking my sweet time to retrieve her missing piece of clothing and return it to her. Picking up on my mischief, Riko sticks out her tongue as she snatches her top, going underwater to put it on, the only place able to protect her from prying eyes. And then, when she's managed to tie it so tightly that not even a tsunami would manage to unwrap it, she comes out of the ocean, heading straight to the beach with her cheeks still flushed.
I swear that women's clothing can be so annoying at times. It couldn't handle some harmless splashing. The next time we dive in the ocean together, I'll be wearing a one-piece swimsuit.
Those can be hot as well, to be fair.
You'll be in so much trouble then, Yuri. You'll be able to make money off me with your dirty tricks.
As I told you before, I wasn't planning on this happening, Riko. It was an unfortunate accident. Fortunate for my eyes, I guess, but admittedly, the strings are beginning don't appear to be especially resilient. The swimsuit you just mentioned will be better for these games.
Ooh, an unfortunate accident, huh? For me, maybe, because I believe it was the opposite for you.
Hell yeah.
I noticed how you wouldn't stop leering at me. You didn't actually think I'd overlook that fact, right?
Can you blame me? Looking forward to turning tables, Riko raised her eyebrows teasingly, expecting me to fluster and shy away. However, another thing will be coming her way. Well, in my defense, I'll say I was the only one gazing at you, Riko, out the beach on account of the racket we made. Also, where else was I supposed to set my eyes on? That was the best thing in sight.
Oh, well, damn! And here I thought you'd excuse yourself, Yuri, but not only did you admit you ogled me, but you also justified the reactions? Not bad at all, you learn quickly. For I would appreciate if you just this once you would have focused on finding the bikini top that you unfastened so naughtily. But whatever, what can I do if I'm a sight for sore eyes? It's not like it bothers me if I can enjoy the extra extension.
I mean, as long as you mean my attention, it's fine. Winking impishly at me, Riko taps my shoulder provocatively, her previous shame now turned into her familiar boldness. I'm not going to lie, witnessing Riko being sheepish was fun while it lasted.
Anyway, what now, Yuri? The sun's setting and I could use some action. How about we hit the buffet, empty it, and then return to the bedroom so we can prepare ourselves for a wild night of unrestrained gambling?
I like the first two ideas, the latter not so much.
Come on, it'll be great, I promise. Despite everything you know, I can behave properly. You won't have to teach anyone any manners, I guarantee you. Plus, if things go according to plan, we'll be making some good money tonight.
Plan? What plan? Don't tell me that, after all, this was one of those missions where you'll be scamming the scammers or such.
What? No! I'm using my powers. I wouldn't need them to win the money.
If you say so. Okay, then it's time to visit the buffet. Search for your missing swimwear made me hungry. A bit mistrustful what Riko said, I stick to her side, picturing in my mind the dishes I'll be devouring shortly. Who would have said that fooling around with Riko would be as tiring as clearing out a bandit outpost? What? I bet it wasn't tiring at all, come on. Stuffed to the brim, Riko and I stumbled back to our bedroom where we begin to dress up for what she keeps calling an unforgettable night of gambling. I won't say anything out loud, for I still have some qualms. My previous experiences around games of chance weren't especially agreeable. Which makes sense. I say all of that and so on, but to be fair, my first car was basically in half funded by betting on football. Anyway, but this time I'm not protecting some unruly customer who believes that the world belongs to them just cause their pockets are stuffed with cash. I'm accompanying a girl who enjoys messing with people more than actually winning. Speaking of which, are you done dressing up, Riko? You've spent almost half an hour inside the bathroom. At this rate, the casino will close and we'll be forced to sleep.
No way that's going to happen, Yuri. The casino's open all day, all night. The managers won't say no to collecting people's money no matter what ungodly time it is. Besides, a girl needs time when trying to achieve certain looks. Beauty can't be rushed, trust me.
I can understand that. The dress you decided to wear tonight appeared to be complicated. What does it even mean?
Oh, and it sure is. The more revealing it is, the harder it is to tell what goes where.
What?
But hey, I'm well done. What do you think?
Damn. Holy shit. That looks amazing. Also in a way, not something I would want you to wear in public, maybe. Anyway, as soon as she's done asking the question, the bathroom door opens, revealing to me a beaming Riko dress in an incredible dress that will definitely catch everyone's attention. I remain silent for a while, prompting her to twist her lips so that I snap back to reality and reply with a praise or two. The dress fits you like a glove. It's as if you're wearing your bunny suit. Yeah? Well, I don't know much about fashion. I believe that your dress fits you like a glove, Riko. It was worth the wait.
Oh, I know, right? The moment we enter the casino, everyone will be drooling over me.
Which is exactly what you were trying to achieve, I take it.
Precisely. What's the point of going somewhere exciting if you're under the spotlight?
I shrugged, triggering Riko to burst into laughter while shaking her head playfully.
Ah, don't mind it. You'll never understand it fully. Just basking in the warm sensation that being with me will cause you, Yuri.
Okay.
Because in case you didn't notice, your companions found the silver of Dab, the hottest girl in the resort. No one else will be able to compare him to me. Almost pity them. Almost.
Giggling with mischief, Riko seizes my hand, gluing her shoulder to mine before she proceeds to direct her steps toward the bedroom door.
Prepare yourself to have the time of your life, Yuri. After this, you'll be asking me to return here every weekend.
Maybe. Let's hope that's true, Riko. So far, I'm glad I accepted your offer. I do again without batting an eye.
You just wait. There is more and better to come.
Upon claiming that, Riko stares at me, grinning with contained excitement as we exit our room. I'm not sure what she's thrilled about more, being able to gamble or being able to spend the night with me. Hopefully the second. If she were to ask me that very question, I'd answer her in a heartbeat. As I see, the company you're with is always more important than the activity you perform. Yeah. It is indeed true. Damn. As we approach, a pair of professional-looking bellboys gracefully slide the grand hall doors open for us, unveiling a sea of flashing lights and alluring colors you can't simply ignore. There are easily as many slot machines as guests stay in the hotel. I don't understand why people use slot machines, to be honest. What the hell? And some of them waste so much money on that. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Each one following a different theme in case you prefer historically inaccurate cowgirls over astronaut girls. I choose astronaut girls. Wearing rather useless space costumes. I choose astronaut girls. I'll be honest, I don't like cowgirls in general. Yeah. I also don't like the, well, I guess artworks and so on where, you know, let's say the bikini has the, you know, the basically cow pattern. Yeah, I don't like it. That's it. To me, it's basically a rubbish theme, not gonna lie. it runs in the dumpster team for me. The cow, basically. Anyway, apart from the endless machines, there are also the typical games you'd see in the movies, ranging from the simple blackjack, alright, to the more complicated poker tables. I wouldn't call it like complicated. I can't help but recall the many times I've paced similar places in the past while keeping a watchful eye. Anyone could be a threat, including the provocatively dressed girls who offer you a drink from time to time. They're polite and rather flirty until you rudely insert a few bills inside their cleavages. I would never do that. That one customer who did that certainly deserved to be showered with that sticky cocktail. Hell yeah.
Hey Yuri, are you with me? You look so distracted. Or are you perhaps signing one of the barmaids? If that's the case, go ask her on a date. I'll be around having blasts while making thousands of yen.
That's not what I was doing, Riko. I was knocking anyone that passed simply came back to greet me. I'm truly thankful I left that life behind me.
Still view of the time when you were a bodyguard, And it must have truly sucked if you can't shake it off. However, you've got to make an effort and connect with the present. Tonight, you're not protecting anyone to brazen for their own good. Tonight you're with me, your friend who wants to have a fantastic time with you. Do as I say and you'll start seeing casinos with different eyes soon enough.
I'd rather not see them with different eyes, to be honest. I'd rather consider them a place that I don't want to enter. Considering her mild concern with a smile, Riko winks at me and nudges my ribs with her elbow, her playful behavior stealing a chuckle from me. I simply can't say no when she acts like that. Well then, you're the gambling expert here, aren't ya? What should we be doing first? I never replayed anything nor showed any interest when my customers did, so I have no clue how this works.
It's simple, Yori. We've got to find a game we like and play until we drop. But I'd stay away from the slot machines.
Correct. Don't do that.
As addictive as they are?
No, they aren't. They're boring as hell.
They always leave your pockets cleared out.
Exactly.
It'd be better if we found a game we could enjoy together.
I'm not into the idea of playing myself, so I wouldn't mind watching you play.
That works for me. Let's roll!
With our current objective set, Riko and I venture hand in hand deeper into the luminous ocean, coming upon a few interesting discoveries along the way. Apparently there is a section full of retro gambling machines including pachinko, as well as video bingo. Video bingo? What? Intrigued by how quaint they look, but not up for giving them a shot, we carry on, ultimately finding the roulette, its spinning colors and numbers mesmerizing Riko. I don't think... whatever. I guess you can try like betting on a color, right?
Oh yeah, I believe we've got a winner, Yuri. What do you say we play with this bad boy for a while?
Alright, fine that. But before we start, do we have an idea how to play this game, Riko? This one is quite changing since it's pretty rare.
I'll learn as we play it. Don't you worry about it. I have a good feeling about this.
Not allowing me to warn her, Riko darts toward the oversized table while dragging me along with her. The dealer welcoming us with exaggerated gestures and a devil's grin on his face. Something tells me I'm going to end up regretting this idea.
Good evening, folks. We've got the 3 game ahead, and I'm delighted to have you join us. Please take a seat, let's keep the wheels spinning and the bets rolling.
Sitting is for losers. I'll be rolling my bets while standing. I want to see how the tiny white ball makes me reach first hand.
As you wish, Smith. Do I need to explain how this game works? You appear to be more than knowledgeable. Surely someone like you won't need any guidance.
Well, it'd be great if you could clarify the rules of this game.
No need! I'll fold my heart and place my bets where I believe is best.
Pleased to hear how very bold Riko actually is. The dealer smirks like a demon as he grabs the white ball elegantly, placing his free hand on the roulette while waiting for Riko to make her next move. I have no doubts now her wallet is going to become dry after tonight. Wow. That's nice.
Alright, miss, we're going to place your bet, and how much will it be?
$1. There's so many numbers. I think I'm going to go with 7. They say it brings luck.
No, it doesn't.
As for the amount, just put a bunch of chips on top of it. The brighter the color, the better.
Right away, miss. You're betting 500,000 yen to number 7.
Is she crazy? What is she doing? Let me convert this quickly for my knowledge, proper knowledge. Yen to euro. She's betting 3,000 euros. What the hell, girl? Calm down.
Half a million yen. Isn't that a lot, Riko? Maybe you should be more careful, girl. Nah, that's nothing. I learned a whole lot more with the stocks. I saw it when the illegal company went down.
Still, I wouldn't spend them so recklessly like that.
Seriously, it's fine, Yuri. Take a deep breath, relax, and watch the little wild ball go.
Holding back the urge to heave a loud sigh, I remain still as the dealer twists his hand, prompting the wooden wheel to start spinning. Then he releases the ball in the opposite direction, gradually losing momentum until it falls into the number 26 slot.
The ball has found its home, with the number 26. I'm sorry, miss, better luck next time.
You bet I'll have better luck. Number 7 sucked. Number 14 will do the trick. Let's make it $1 million yen this time.
Unfazed to have lost so much money in such a short amount of time, Riko doubles her bet along with the number she's placing it on, her face brimming with enthusiasm. I can't believe she's getting a kick out of this. However, I'll have to admit that watching the ball roll and waiting for it to stop is somewhat exhilarating. No, it's not.
Very well, miss. You place your bet. Let's see what the roulette has to say about it.
Come on, Lady Luck, don't let me down.
Like he did months ago, the dealer spins the wheel, throwing the ball carefully in the other direction. It whirls elegantly for a while until it comes to standstill on top of number 31. Once again, Riko has lost.
Do we have an outcome? The ball landed number 31. I'm afraid to say that your luck didn't quite align. But don't worry, there are plenty other spins to come.
Yeah, right. I bet you one last time, but I'll be wagering 5 million yen. Fortune will definitely smile at me with such a big number.
My jaw drops upon hearing that sound, following the dealers who can't quite believe his ears.
Are you sure, miss? We're talking massive numbers now. I believe you'll be using all the chips in the table.
I'm completely sure. It's not like I can lose 3 times in a row.
Of course you can, Riko. You can lose 5 or 10 times. Or even 10 times in a row. It's statistically possible. What's extremely unlikely is getting number right. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. Back down while you still can.
The thing is, you're not me and I'm not you. And trust me, this time we'll win for sure. Number 10 is calling my name. It's my favorite number, you know. That's got to mean something.
Right. Cautious so that the dealer doesn't spot her, she winks at me impishly, hinting that something is going on here that I'm not aware of. Is she going to use the bunny magic? Or bunny power? Is she using some sort of secret technique that will grant her victory? Or is she messing with me so that the trepidation won't consume me? There is only one way to find out.
5 million number 10. Here we go.
The wheel spins ominously, Riko's large sum of money at stake. Her chances of winning are so very slim that I can't help but observe the ball roll from afar, my heart pounding as if it was trying to jump out of my chest. Little by little, the ball begins to slow down, having trouble deciding where to settle down. Unbelievably and against all odds, the ball does so in number 10 slot, but they're on the verge of flacking out.
The ball has stopped. The winner is number 10. You won, miss. Congratulations. Ha! Number 10 was my third number for a reason, Yori. Or was my third number 13? Whatever the guy says, we hit the jackpot, baby. Hooray!
Unable to restrain her elation, Riko rushes in my direction, giving me a tight hug as soon as I'm within her reach. I'm so stunned by her improbable win that I hug her back, staring at the wheel with disbelief. How on earth has she managed to win? Was this planned or a mere fluke? Either way, Riko managed to fulfill her promise. I had a great time and we're on the money now. The whole casino's well aware of this fact since everyone's come to see what the fuss is about.
We've won! Hell yeah, we've won! I'm so happy you won't stop hugging until we return to our room, Yori. And even when that happens, I'll hug you some more.
I mean, that sounds good, I guess. However, how much we won exactly? I mean, she won.
Huh? If I'm not wrong, betting every on a single digit should pay 35 times the amount bet, which translates into 175 million yen. Holy fuck!
Jesus! Wow. 5 times 35, 175. Okay, that's correct. I had to check your maths, okay? I'm like that. 175 million. I mean, that is over 1 million euro. I would like to have that amount, not gonna lie. Time to hit the casino, I guess. I will not fall, I will not. Sweet mother of mercy, I could retire with that much money. With 1 million? No. I'm pretty confident that, as for me at least, I feel alright. I would say... No, I would feel confident to retire immediately if I had like 10 million. And I'm talking Polish currency. So that's like 2.5 million in euro. Yeah. I would definitely divide that across multiple, banks. And basically live off what the banks would, the percentage that would be generated from that money, right? Yeah, I think I would do it like that. Basically, you earn money without working this way. But yeah, anyway.
Same here, but we're very we can bet everything on a different number and make even more millions.
How about no? Okay, I hope you're joking, Riko. Watching you throw that much money like that would make me cry.
Of course I'm joking. I'm not that crazy. Just a little. I'd rather spend it on something nice like going on holiday to a tropical island with you.
Sign me up.
I'm sure you won't mind if we spend a bit of the jackpot tonight celebrating with the most expensive drinks available.
Not at all. I mean, let's withdraw the money and head to the bar. Eager to get paid what would take me at least 3 lifetimes to earn, we approach the dealer, now suspiciously escorted by 2 security guards. I don't like where this is going.
Well then, what are you waiting for? I believe that the casino owes me a whooping 175 million yens.
About that.
The casino owes you nothing, cheater. We studied you through the surveillance custom and saw through your tricks. That's right, so beat it before we beat you to pulp. We'd hate to ruin such an elegant dress with our flists.
The way they accuse Riko of cheating so impudently makes my blood boil, triggering my hands to clench into tight fists. Okay, how can you cheat on the freaking... It's impossible to cheat on this game, come on. I'm going to give them a chance to explain themselves, but if they dare to disrespect her again, they will be in some serious trouble. Do you have proof, you bitch? Oh, do you have any proof by any chance? It's a significant accusation.
Why would need any proof? We saw it with our own eyes. Yeah, nobody would be able to hit the jackpot so nonchalantly, especially a chick like her.
He's dead.
What do you think we are, idiots?
Yes.
You won't be able to swindle the casino like that.
Dude, it's the casinos that are the swindlers, come on.
Exactly, take your cheap tricks elsewhere and scram before things get ugly and make sure to never come back.
Well, that does it, you brutes will pay for treating Riko like that. Seeing red, I take a step forward, ready and willing to teach those 2 unruly security guards a valuable lesson on how to treat women. However, as things are about to head up, Riko moves in front of me, preventing me from approaching them any further.
Hey, there is no need to drop those morals, Yori. If they want us gone, so be it. This is one of the nicest places I've ever been anyway. It's not like we'll be missing that much. In fact, they're doing us a favor by banning us. That way we won't have the temptation to return to such a horrible casino.
Riko raises her voice so that everyone can hear her clearly, especially the ill-mannered security guards who escort us to the exit. Yeah, be loud about that. Once there, they slide the door shut with disdain, prompting Riko to stick her tongue wryly before we ultimately head to our bedroom. We have to get there somewhere and steal that money. I don't care. After tonight, I'm not stepping to a casino ever again. Let's steal the money for. Furious about how unfair the situation we just experienced was, I slammed down the bed and instead we entered our room, barely resisting the impulse of turning my pillow into a punch bag. You know, I'm not the kind of man who enjoys picking fights, but those guards try my patience way too hard, Riko. Not only they point fingers at you, but also they had nerve of calling you a chick. That's why I hated casinos. Visiting casinos while I was being a bodyguard, something always managed to get the best of me.
If you think I'm not foaming at the mouth and okay with this whole thing, then you're utterly wrong, Yuri. This casino is going to pay me what I rightfully want, whether I like it or not. For trust me, they will like it, alright?
With a devilish grin, Riko transforms in front of me. Her bunny suit proving that she's stepped on the path of revenge. Let's go. Vengeance! Earlier today, she said that using her powers for personal gains would be unethical. No. With casinos is absolutely fine. Fuck casinos. If I believe this matter isn't exactly personal. The casino tried to scam her shamelessly. And I bet they scam a lot of people. Because it's a casino, come on. Remember, every casino is a freaking scam place, come on. How can we be sure they haven't done anything similar in the past? Or if they won't do the same again to another unsuspecting gambler? I mean, not even just a gambler. We can't let them go scot-free. Riko will make sure that their casino will abide by the rules from now on.
They made a terrible mistake today, Yuri. However, we're about to set it right. I believe that the manager will be stoked to hear us out and looking forward to finding out the solution to our problem.
Using that teasing sentence as a cue, Riko turns to settle for the casino her gate playful. Eager to witness what she has in the store for a greedy manager, I move to her side, prepared to let out the chuckle or two while she makes justice. Upsetting a bunny girl like Riko was a terrible idea, and it won't be long before they find out! Walking to the casino as if she owned the place, Riko makes sure to draw everyone's attention, laughing stridently and boasting on top of her lungs.
Hello everybody! We're back! Did you miss us much? Well, don't worry, we won't be anywhere anytime soon. Your and I are here to stay. So, don't be shy and come to greet us. You might be in for a surprise or two.
Picking on her devilish voice, security guards who threw us out bowled to the entrance like a stampede on the loose. Surprisingly, rather than threatening us with a beatdown, they timidly bow their heads, struggling to maintain eye contact with us. What kind of illusion is Riko using for them to behave like this?
Oh yeah, it's you. We didn't know earlier, we swear! If we had known, we wouldn't have kicked you out like that, Mom! Yeah, exactly, we're extremely sorry what happened!
As you should! You're not supposed to do the seal of the resort brand like that! I could fire you by simply snapping my fingers, you know, and to top it all, I'd ensure you'd never get another job in any hotel, no matter how much you try.
Good. The two regretful guards stare at Riko helplessly as she uses her powers to pretend to be the owner of the place.
No, please! There's no need for that, Mom! We'll apologize for our deeds if we must! Just let us keep our jobs! You won't treat anyone like that ever again!
Huh? Fine, if you say so. However, there's something amiss here. Did you accuse me of cheating on your own, or did someone order you to do it?
The manager asked me us to get rid of you. When you hit the jackpot, he didn't want to pay that large sum of money to you, so he decided to ban you. That's why we're so pushy. It's his fault. We didn't even get but you won.
Why am I not surprised? The manager was pulling the strings after all. Ah well, let's have a friendly chat with him, Yori. He'll hear us out and set everything right.
I nod, prompting Riko to mockingly push the guards aside with her hands as she begins to head deeper into the casino. However, before disappearing completely behind a long row of slot machines, she turns her head, setting eyes on the bouncers.
Oh, don't forget what you told me! You must treat everyone politely and with respect, or else you'll have to consider changing your jobs! And don't you dare follow unfair orders, or else...
We won't, Mom! Never again! We'll make you proud. We really appreciate you letting us keep our jobs.
Riko scolds at them one last time before we leave them behind. The bunny girl unable to stop herself from dissolving into laughter.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Those two deserve their little ruffling. Like I could have instructed them to behave properly from the beginning. I don't appreciate being tossed around, especially under a false pretense.
I mean, I suppose they had it coming. However, we'll do the same with the manager. We'll pretend not to be the owner and threaten him to lose the job.
Nope. I'll drop my act and approach him as the angry customer I am. And trust me, his wallet will hurt after we're done.
Upon saying that, Riko pulls a devilish smirk, spotting the manager on the other side of the casino. He's surrounded by screens, attentively monitoring every single inch of his venue. He doesn't raise his head to look at us, a discourteous act that makes Riko tap one of his screens loudly.
What do you want? I'm busy here.
Well, you see, I'm here to file a complaint. The casino attempted to scam me, and I'm not happy about it.
Hearing Riko's displeased yet playful voice slips a switch inside manager's head, prompting him to spring to his feet and pay full attention to us.
I'm about to hear that, ma'am. What's the problem?
You tell me, I was playing the roulette fair and square when you decided to send a couple of bouncers to kick me out. Why do you do that, huh? Are you so great you're willing to go against the rules?
The casino has never handed out that much money. As usual, no worry. The entire system is rigged for the gamblers to always lose. You went against the system, so I had to do something about it.
I didn't go against the system. I stuck to the rules and managed to win. Just admit that you're greedy. Come on, stop making up excuses and say it. It's not that the casino doesn't have that much money, huh?
You're right. There's hidden safe that contains over 1 billion yen. Paying you wouldn't be a problem. In other words, I'm greedy, yes?
The man stutters for the word Riko repeated many times finally makes it past his quivered lips.
See? It wasn't that hard. Now, as you can imagine, I want you to make up for what you did.
Of course. What can I do for you to mend this embarrassing situation, ma'am?
How about you give me the money I won and all my previous bets? I don't really need them, but I'll take them as a compensation.
Very well. I'll dispatch a guard to the safe so that he can withdraw the money immediately and bring it to your room. Anything else?
I was happy with just that, but now that you mention it, yes, I think you deserve to be punished for being overly greedy.
I agree. What will be my punishment?
As hilarious as be to make you walk around dressed as a clown, I believe better if all the drinks on menu were free for a week. 2 guests, not on yes, and I want them to know. Got it?
I understand, yes. I'll place signs across the hotel informing everyone about the change. Would that be all?
Disposed to comply blindly, the manager waits patiently for Riko's judgment, who after some thought shakes her head teasingly while giggling.
Nah, this will do. However, you've got to stop being that stingy and allow those who win a lot of money to cash out without any impediments. You seriously can't spoil people's experience like that again.
Very well, ma'am. I'll refrain myself from causing a similar ruckus in the future. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No worries. I got what I deserved and the guests are going to receive a little nice treat. Life is good.
Finishing her intervention with a wicked grin, Riko gestures for me to follow her, the manager sitting down in front of his desk without wincing. You weren't kidding when you said that his wallet would hurt, Riko. An entire week of unlimited free drinks will cost the hotel millions of yen.
That's nothing. I bet they make that much money a single night of gambling. They'll be fine. Oh yeah, talking about that, how about we take advantage of his generous offer and have a drink at the beach bar? All's well that ends well, and in our case it will end up with 175 billion yen in our pockets.
In your pockets, come on. I mean, I guess you could go for a drink. The night's young and success always calls for celebration.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Pleased with my response, Riko transforms back to her regular self. When it's safe to do so, wrapping her arm tightly around mine as we walk towards the beach bar. Could Riko's payback be considered a mission of some sort? Who cares? Ironically, it was awfully similar to when we entered the police station and even the company's headquarters. You know what? I remember this now. The first time you mentioned that, I didn't. Now I do remember. Not that I care, to be honest. I had fun watching the poor man set everything right. I can really see myself getting used to going out like this more often. Yeah? Yo, where is my Riko? I want to scam a casino like that myself. Listen, if you scam the scammers, it's fine. Funnily enough, the word about the free drinks spread like wildfire. All the guests ordering the fanciest, most expensive cocktails available. It's not different when it's our turn to ask for drinks. Riko going all out for an extravagant Ruby Rose Martini. Whereas I played safe and chose a regular mojito.
Oh me, oh my. I believe this is the coolest drink I've ever had, Yuri. The presentation is pristine. Gee, it even comes with a rose petal. I wonder if it's edible.
Okay, taking into account how much you'd normally pay for this drink, even the glass should be edible, Riko. Yeah.
I know, right? I can't believe some people would order this casually. If you got the money, why not, right? There is market for everything and everyone. Anyway, let me snap a quick pic of my for my socials. My followers are going to go mad when they see this beauty.
Will you tell them it was for free for?
Maybe. After all this time, I guess I deserve a nice treat. For now, say cheese.
The camera flash dazzles me. My eyes returning to normal after a few long seconds. When they adjust to light, I spot Riko avidly writing something under the photo. After she's done typing what I believe is boastful text, she uploads the photo, triggering an avalanche of likes, making her phone buzz like a beehive. Her online presence is staggering. Something that Lynx will never achieve. Obviously.
That's that. With that out of the way, why don't we have a toast, Yuri? We won a lot of money, we beat the casino's one-sided system, and now we have the entire bar available for us all night long. And here you thought it'd be a lame outing. You should apologize right away.
I admit I was wrong, Riko. I really enjoyed our time together, and personally I wouldn't hesitate to do this again. That being said, cheers! Our magic glasses clink as we lift them high in the air, the shrill noise prompting us to sip from our respective drinks. Oh, another CG, nice. She looks so good.
I'll be damned. I can't make describe how awesome my cocktail is. The vodka we had in the Scarlet Moon can't begin to even compare.
Are you serious? The one we drank there was beyond premium if I remember correctly.
It was, but this one, oh boy, this one is the real deal.
Charmed with her choice, Riko continues to guzzle down her cocktail, her cheeks becoming redder by the minute. Admittedly, the mojito I ordered is extremely refreshing with a pleasant hint of mint. The rum they used is so balanced that it blends perfectly with the lemon soda they added to the mixture.
Enjoying your drink, Yuri? You're swigging it as if it was lemonade.
I mean, it's mojito, so yeah, basically lemonade. Curiously, it reminds me of one. It's so sweet and citrusy, I'd have a hard time telling them apart.
Why boring mojito for? You had the entire menu at your disposal.
Well, I asked them to order something else, but I'm not that much of a drinker. I've no clue what's good and what isn't.
Oh, everything is good while it's free. Just promise me you'll order something flamboyant when you gulp that down.
Such as? I mean, you seem to be more experienced than me in this field. Nothing to be proud about, to be honest. You know, being experienced in alcohol.
You're making it sound as if I'm a drunkard. That's why we always pick the drink with the most amusing name. You've got to do the same. Be bold and try something daring and new. Didn't you learn anything from me when I was gambling? The riskier the bet, the greater the reward.
Riko winks at me provocatively, sipping from her flashy drink afterward. She empties it in a moment, leading her to order another round from the bartender. I am very curious about what exactly happened during our clash with the manager. I believe now it's the best time to ask Riko. I'm sure she'll cast some light on the matter. Ask Riko if she was gambling randomly. Ask Riko about the punishment. Ask Riko if she ever used her powers like this in the past. Let's go with... yeah, we're gonna go first question. After all this time, I'm still not sure, Riko. Were you playing randomly or did you follow some sort of strategy? Secret strategy? You appear to be extremely confident with your last bet. I doubt you were faking it in to impress the dealer.
I definitely wasn't faking it, Yuri. I was certain we were going to win. However, I wasn't using one of those shady betting methods you can find on the internet.
What do you mean?
I was doing something different, so to speak.
Wait, can you cheat in roulette somehow? I think you... I mean, how would you do that? You have to explain yourself because in my eyes you were just selecting the numbers on a whim.
That was the point. I didn't want the dealer to realize I was studying the way he spun the wheel and the ball.
Oh.
If he had discovered that, he would have changed the force and the direction, which would have made us lose. That's why I bet the first 2 times so headlessly. I wanted him to believe we were chumps that didn't know what we were doing.
But in reality, you were focusing on the deftness, weren't you?
Hey, exactly. I'm assuming that he has been a dealer so long that his muscle memory was made him perform the same actions. In order to win, what I had to do was calculate the speed of the ball and the initial position of the wheel. It was simple. It wasn't simple, but as you can see, I did the math right.
Yeah, I would not be able to do that, that's for sure.
I'm not only a pretty face with the gift of the gab, you know. I got the looks, the brawn, and the brains. The whole package in one.
By the way, the fact that casinos consider that cheating is ridiculous. They definitely would consider this cheating, which is ridiculous, again. You certainly are incredible. This is not cheating in my eyes. Fuck casinos, man. I lost count of the times I've said this, but I think I'm going to repeat myself once again. You certainly are incredible, Riko. You always have several aces up your sleeves, and it turns out that not even a casino is able to outsmart you.
Thank you for the kind words, Yori, but in part the casino's to blame. If you don't want this to happen, then crank up your game. When it comes to gambling, being able to predict numbers allows you to predict the future.
Let's go.
And I'm not even the sharpest tool in the shed. If one of those mathematical savants decided to come and have a go, they'd shut this place down in a single afternoon. But the greedy manager better pray for that to never happen, or else this casino will be going out of business.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if there were people like very smart ones who know how to do that. That keep living this way. But maybe they don't go after huge wins, but you know. But sort of to, you know, keep a normal life. Maybe there is someone like that out there. I would not be surprised. Anyway. Ask about the punishment. Oh, we are going to go through all the options. That's nice. Let's go with the punishment. Why not? Agree to deserve to be given the money you want, Riko. However, I'm on the fence about whether granting the rings to everyone for entire weeks is too much or not. No, it's not. It's okay. Indeed, it may not be a big expense to a hotel, for it was it really necessary? Heck yeah, it was.
Absolutely! They tried to trick me, Yori, and as I said, that kind of dishonest behavior can go unpunished. Would you have preferred to change the manager's attire for a clown suit? Because that's still doable.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, that would have been amusing to see, yeah. However, I believe that asking them to straighten up suffices most of the time. Going beyond that might be stretching it a bit.
Understand what you're trying to say. I guess it kind of feels like I'm exploiting them for my profit. But think about this for a second. Now, thanks to me, all the guests will have a much more pleasant week. I'm spreading the joy. And nobody's being harmed, right? Not anyone's being taken advantage of.
So true. So true. Sharing is caring. I agree. It might not exactly apply to this case, but sharing is caring. You're teaching the casino a lesson and benefiting people who weren't involved. I reckon this kind of punishment is acceptable. However, you must ensure this will never get out of hand. Your power comes with great responsibility, Riko.
Oh, that's very true. That's why I use them exclusively for good. But you will have to admit that some mischief is fun along the way, Yori. Otherwise, doing what's right would be such a snooze fest.
So true.
Superiors like me deserve some excitement as well.
True. Can't argue with that. Not to mention that there are no written rules about how a hero has to behave, luckily enough.
Exactly. Isn't that convenient?
And the last question. Ask Riko if she ever used her powers like this in the past. We brushed up on the topic earlier, so I'd want to know more, Riko. Have you used your powers for personal affairs before? Dude, I would. Has anyone else tried to wrong you? I can't see you exploiting your powers, but I certainly can see you taking revenge just like you did today.
But put like that, yeah, I've paid back in spades a few times in the past, but only when they really got under my skin, Yori. If there is something I can stand, it's when others believe they can exploit you and walk away without consequences.
Would you be able to give me an example? I won't judge you, I'm simply curious.
There was once a dude who was very active on social media. He was promoting his business and asking for funds in exchange for some shares, so I decided to lend him a hand. But after he got the money, he disappeared without leaving a trace.
So, he scammed you.
He scammed me along with tens of other people. I was so upset that I tracked him down and used my powers to make him apologize, return the money, and run errands for the people he tried to swindle for a month. If I'm not wrong, he must be running errands to this day. This lousy fraudster will think twice before messing with people who have good faith.
Nice. He brought it upon himself. I agree with that. What can I say? He brought it upon himself. It's a blatant scam. I just hope you'll make him turn himself in once he's done taking care of the chores.
I sure will. Making it up to the people was only the beginning. You know what they say, don't do the crime if you can do the time. And the police will teach him that with pleasure.
Admittedly, the way you use your powers is unorthodox. However, you always bring the bad guys to justice, so I can't complain.
I'm aware that the police could handle many of these issues, but you could agree that there is nothing wrong in trying to speed things up a bit.
Yeah. The conversation begins to peter out as Riko quaffs her third drink, her favorite cocktail. Her cheeks so red they feel as if they were on fire. She internally asks herself if it'd be wise to order yet another round of exclusive spirits, but upon discovering that she has some trouble keeping her balance, she thankfully decides to call it a night.
Well, I don't know about you, Yori, but I could use some rest. Tonight's been pretty intense. There is plenty drama, humor, action. If someone were to write about our adventures, I believe it'd make up for a pretty great novel. Maybe even visual novel.
Maybe you're right, Riko, but that crazy idea aside, I'm rather worn out as well. Some sleep will do me good.
That settles it then. It's time to hit the sack and sleep like logs until tomorrow morning. I want to take a peek of the dawn, so we better be up at about pretty damn early.
You're kidding, right? I mean, that will happen in about 3 hours. There's no way I'm sleeping that little.
Pooh, of course I'm kidding. Given my levels of laziness, I'll surely wake up just in time for lunch.
That's my kind of girl.
Not a bad time to get out of bed,
I guess not. Bursting into laughter, Riko and I leave the bar, setting off to our bedroom with rather unsteady steps. This is not how I usually spend my free time, for I wouldn't trade this weekend for anything in the world. Yeah, Riko showed me a fantastic time, and I'm more than willing to do something like this again in the near future. As long as I do with her, that is, she's the one that made this occasion so special. And I want her to make the next time just as special. You know what I can say? I would enjoy this trip more than the one with Satomi. Yeah. I mean, normally, if it was just a trip to a casino, it would be boring, but the fact that we could destroy them like this, lovely. Simply lovely. I need those powers as well. I would shut down so many casinos. I would be like, give me all your money.
Yes!
That was lovely. Lovely was the beginning with Mei Mei as well, who I hope will get like a maybe lengthier period of time in the game. We still haven't seen Yuka, so I'm curious if we'll see her at all. Hopefully we will, and hopefully it will be interesting as well. But again, hopefully also, very hopefully, I'll repeat the word hopefully like 15 more times probably. We'll also get to spend like time with Mei Mei, maybe outside of cafe. That would be nice. But with that all being said, let's end an episode. A little lengthier, over 90 minutes of recording at least. We'll see how the end video will be. but it'll be around that time as well. But yeah, let's end it. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, as per usual, consider liking of a video. And if you're new around, consider subscribing. Always super appreciated if you stick around. And if you stick around, your chances of running into bunny girls increase. That's right. And by bunny girls, I mean girls in bunny outfits, not the animal trait, okay? The bunny outfits. Yeah. With that being said, let's end it. I wish you a fantastic day. I'm out. Bye-bye.